Deconstruction. What's up, everybody? It's the Hard Deconstruction, Bay Harbor Bitching. Today's episode of what? With Alex and Danny.
Liza Minnelli's butt.
Today's episode of Dexter is
a little reflection.
I feel bad because I totally fucked up the whole.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
OCD.
doing here. We doing it again?
Yes.
Deconstruction.
What's up, everybody? It's the Hard Deconstruction with your host Alex and what?
No, Liza Minnelli's butt.
Hold on.
You're supposed to say all this shit about Facebook and Tumblr and stuff. Oh my god.
Deconstruction.
What's up, everybody? It's Hard Deconstruction. You can find us at hardyconstruction.tumblr.com, youtube.com/Hardy Construction, as well as facebook.com/The Hardy Construction with your host Alex and.
I don't want to say Liza Minnelli's butt again.
But you did. And today's show is...
Bay Harbor Bitching?
Yes.
And this is our review of A Little Reflection, Season 8, Episode 6 of Dexter. Is that good?
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you. Yes,
Okay.
It's Bay Harbor Bitching. Today's episode of Dexter is called A Little what?
A Little Reflection.
And it is episode 6 or 5? 6?
6! I just said it!
Who's listening to you? Of Dexter, starring Michael C. Hall, Jennifer Carpenter, some Asian guy, a Hispanic dude, a skinny
Desmond
white
Harrington.
guy. Desmond who?
He's Quinn.
Okay, very good. Oh, right. The guy that fucked the mannequin.
Yes.
So, what is the basic setup of this episode, Daniel? Or, I mean, Liza Minnelli's ball.
Well, this episode is kind of like a Zach Hamilton episode. He's the son of the guy, that rich family that they found a dead body recently, and Dexter thinks that he's the killer and is investigating it.
Or I'd like to call it a yawn Hamilton episode, because I was yawning right through it. No,
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was about the same as the last episode. Kind of
I think it's a little bit better.
filling in the plot for the setup, I guess, for the next... How many episodes are left? What was it, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7 episodes
There's
left?
like 13 episodes, right?
So about 7 more episodes left.
6 plus 7 is 13, yeah.
Yes, sir. Finally, my math has showed. So, this episode, the setup of the episode is... Why did I not record this episode? Because I'm trying to watch it as I'm talking about it, so I can remember. You set up what happened.
Oh, actually,
What
there's
happened.
12 episodes in the season, so 6 more episodes. We're halfway through. Well, basically, it's Dexter's following around Zach, and he keeps finding him at crime scenes, taking pictures and shit. And then there's like this little thing with Vince and his daughter, and what's his face? Angel gives the promotion to Miller, but I don't think that's gonna stick. Actually,
Why not?
I feel like he's gonna change it.
So they can have the spin-off, or what?
No, just because I'm not even thinking about spin. I'm just thinking he's gonna change it. Cause
No, I think Quinn is gonna fuck himself because he's out of spite.
is his penis that big?
Out of spite, he's gonna look after this kid. I think Quinn's gonna. You think Quinn's gonna get killed, or Quinn's gonna be set up for the new series?
Well, Quinn's gonna maybe. Oh, you just gave me an idea. Maybe Quinn will find Dexter and him together and
Blowing each other.
get on to Dexter again.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss of where this is gonna go.
Well, Hannah's back, and I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I knew she was gonna come back, and I'm telling you from the trailer, I told you that fucking that neighbor girl that they're trying to set up with Dexter, she's gonna
Cassie.
die. Who?
Cassie is her name.
Yeah, she kind of has like the face of a woman that sings folk music or something like that. Seems nice. You saw that she denied Dexter. She didn't want any more D from Dexter because he's kind of a fucking nerd. It was funny because I was watching him in that date with her, and I was like, oh my god, I've been that guy on a date before. Oh,
Yeah.
what a disgrace. Have you ever been like that on a date? I know I have.
Yeah,
I-
absolutely.
I dated this girl. I went on a couple dates with this girl who was like an 11. You know what I mean? Out of 10.
Right.
And plus she was like this Japanese chick from Hawaii. I mean, she was
Okay.
probably the fucking hottest girl I ever dated. And I was just like, first of all, there's like language barrier, and second of all, I have Asperger's probably. And I was just there going, just like him, like the beach, stuff like that, the way he's talking. But I felt kind of bad that he couldn't get with her, even though I wasn't really interested in her.
He doesn't want to get with her anyway. He's just doing it because he's being nagged to.
Right, don't use that. That's racist. But he decided to not really be into her, so when she showed up with this other kind of clean cut guy at the party. I think he understood that it wasn't going to go anywhere with her. But they're obviously setting up, from the trailer of the next episode, for her to get killed by Zach Morris. What's his name?
Hamilton.
Zach Hamilton.
He's Zach Morris.
Imagine that. He comes out and he comes with his band with Slater and
you
Lisa
do
Turtle.
like Mario Lopez in the background jerking off. And then Screech is just like rapidly fingering his asshole and screeching like a vulture.
You know what happened? Was Screech released a porn film?
Yeah, that guy's a douche.
And
I watched like an episode of I think it was like Celebrity Weight Loss or one of those stupid shows.
Oh, is that the one where the coach was gonna kick his ass?
He was on. I don't remember that, but he was just I watched one episode of it. It was like one of those celebrity weight loss things, and he was just such an asshole.
I think what it is, he's in the same league as the kid from Star Wars Episode 1. Kind of like he's pissed off that he couldn't be taken any more seriously.
But the kid from Star Wars ruined the Star Wars universe. Screech was awesome.
George Lucas ruined the Star Wars episode.
Yeah, no, I know, but the kid unfortunately was the face of that ruination.
Good, do your impersonation.
Is ruination a word? But Screech was actually awesome.
Wait, do your episode 1 thing that you always do.
What? Oh, yippee!
Now that's pod racing! There you go. So we both caught him. So, that Screech is an asshole. He made a porn where he did a Dirty Sanchez. Like, he put his finger up a girl's ass and then smeared the shit on her nose to look like a mustache. That's what a Dirty Sanchez is. How do we get onto Screech? Oh, right, because of the Zach Morris. So Zach Morris is one around. Zach Morris went to go kill his dad because he was going to kill how the father was killing the mother, in a sense, because she drinks herself. Is that really the father's problem? No, not really. I don't think so. He's a poonhound. Although, is the father still married to the mother? I don't know.
Yeah, he's married to the mother, but he's a douche.
They didn't really show her. You know what I mean? For him to say this out of nowhere kind of seems weird. If she was in the show or something, and you see her drinking, maybe that would be too much.
I don't remember if they showed her at all. But either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just his backstory, and now he's spared. He wasn't murdered.
I just hate when Dexter says, like, when Dexter's arguing with Vogel, he goes, "I never kill anybody innocent." You know, he's like, he's at least killed 3 people that were innocent by his code.
Yeah, but we've discussed it. He does it in self-defense or in, like, the heat of a moment. He doesn't, like, plan and kill.
He killed that one guy who was the photographer because the photographer was taking photos of gore scenes, and he assumed that he was the killer, but he wasn't. He was just a photographer.
Uh-huh.
And he killed him on the table, and then he really didn't say anything else about it. But he's like, "Oh, don't kill innocent people." Like, yeah, you do, but I think nobody else knows about it, so I guess they can't really.
Well, he tries not to kill innocent people. How's that?
That's still kind of shitty in a way. He's supposed to be like the Punisher.
And the other people weren't so innocent. He killed that Potfield guy, but that guy was like threatening him and stuff.
Remember the guy who argued with him in the bathroom and he beat him to death with a piece of steel?
Yeah, but the guy was a jerk.
Okay, fair enough. If that was a litmus test, I think you or I still wouldn't be around there, believe me. So yeah, the whole point of Zach being Dexter's protege, like that guy had predicted. Remember the spoiler thing I was talking about? So now we're gonna see.
Yeah, don't say any more.
My
of the
theory
spoiler.
of who the killer is for real. If Vogler's guy is still alive, the bad guy. Yeah. Well, what do you think were the strong parts of this episode?
I like that. They got like Dexter's got like a whole new protege thing. That's pretty cool because they've never had. They kind of had that, but not really.
But that was like but he tried to do that in the first season.
You know, I did it in the 3rd season with what's his face, Jimmy Smith.
Remember the young boy that killed another kid, and Dexter was like letting him live. Remember it's the same premise. There was like a young kid in the
he was like bullied and shit, and then they but he never like took him on officially.
Oh, that shit made me sick though, because the kid killed himself by jabbing his throat onto a piece of metal, and that always just gave me the willies.
It would have been better if he jabbed it on a piece of plastic or something.
Ugh. Anyway, oof. But anyway, I like Sean Patrick Flannery's character now. The guy who the
the boss.
Yeah, he seems like an alright guy. I mean, for some reason they set it up like he's a psychopath, but not really. I hope not.
His hair is silly. They gotta do something about his hair.
It seems like, you know what it looks like? He looks like one of those. I'm trying to think. Oh no, it's not even something anybody would know. But he just kind of looks like he sits there and they put that hair on his head like a helmet.
Right.
A robot helmet, but he's Deb's boss at that private investigation firm, and he sets up his sister's boyfriend to get caught.
Do you know what? I'm just like randomly on IMDb looking at that Sean Patrick, and he was in
Boondock
a movie with the guy from Walking Dead, the bow and
Boondock
arrow
Saints.
guy whose name I can't think of.
It's a really big underground kind of movie.
Arrow.
That the director of that film was like a nut job because he made like one underground film and had Willem Dafoe in it, and a lot of people liked it. A sequel didn't make any more money than the original one, but apparently when he tried to make the sequel the first time around, he was all this demanding and he was like a crazy director, and people were like, "Who the fuck are you? You just made like one indie movie that's sort of a hit." And I don't know how people have these.
What if they called it Boondock Saints?
The Bukkake Saints. How about that one?
Oh, I like that one. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that guy's. They're setting it up that he has a crush on Deb, which I think is going to be ill-fated. So we'll see how that goes. I almost hope, like, you're looking at some of the characters in the show, and I wonder if, like, you're trying to see if they're actually going to do the spin-off, because usually people say spin-off so they don't have to worry about characters dying. Do you know what I mean? That's what they're doing with Breaking Bad. Do you watch Breaking Bad at all or no?
It's one of those shows on my list.
Yeah, you should watch it. But there's like this one character in Breaking Bad. They're like, oh yeah, we're looking into doing a spin-off with him, but we don't know if it's gonna be a prequel or after the show. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Just don't talk about it, because then, you know, who's gonna be in this? Like, if I were to have a setup for a spin-off, I would have Quinn. I would have that Sean.
You know what would be a great spin-off? If they did a show about Dexter and like how he kills people.
That'd be good. That actually pretty good. Like it's
the same exact show.
The whole point of this show of Dexter was not actually about Dexter. It was about Angel's rise as a cop to a bar owner. So the actual spin-off of Dexter is actually Dexter.
It's adventures in his bar, as he's also the time traveler, where he said, right?
So the actual spin-off of Dexter is...
Each episode is like Cheers, basically, in his bar.
Every time there's like a Frasier character, that'll be like.
And then like Kelsey Grammer comes on and like he's walking around the bar and falls off and he's just like on the ground in pain.
I watched that video so many times this week. That was the greatest thing ever. He goes, I was an interpreter for these small. Oh, dear God, or whatever he says, dear Lord. What an asshole. That was like the greatest video.
I felt bad for him.
I like he goes, oof, like after he falls.
Right.
Anyway, I could talk about that video for hours. So, yeah, Masuka pisses off his daughter, even though she got a little bit too fucking high and mighty. You know what I mean? It's like he's trying to help her out. And she got a little bit, it was hard for me to look for you. He said, shut up. Just take fucking $5,000, you know?
Yeah, I would take the $5,000.
She got all pissed off because...
But he was being a little bit douchey about it.
Because, people in real life...
You know what it is? Anytime money is involved in anything, people get weird.
That's true. And in film, characters don't know how to fucking speak or know how to hide their bullshit because they have to... You know what I mean? I guess it would be hard for people to watch characters act like they do in real life. Like, the only show that I think where characters acted like real people do is like The Wire. Like, people would say things, although they were hiding something from somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, they were talking like... Vince basically telegraphed what he was saying to his daughter. He's saying, no, I don't trust you. I thought you were a bullshit artist, but here's some money because now you checked out. Like, why would you tell somebody that you look through their past? I guess maybe he's trying to be honest about it. I guess it fits his character.
He's
I guess
not used to situations where he has to be like sensitive and nice and things like that.
And the daughter looks like about 1/45th Asian, right? You think so?
Yeah.
Because I looked her up. She looks Hispanic. She's still cute. She's an adorable girl. And Angel's sister, Jamie, is all pissed off because Angel
didn't give Quinn the lieutenant, or is that lieutenant, right?
I guess sergeant. I thought it was pretty stupid of Zach to take photos of the dead girl, and then you see his really bad reflection Photoshop.
That's what the name of the episode's based on, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah, wow. You're good.
Yeah.
I was actually just hoping that Dexter killed Zach. That's all I was hoping, and it didn't happen.
I'm glad he didn't, because you know what? Every time, I always, I mean, it's a TV show, so fine, but like, when he kills these people that are always cropping up in the middle of things, eventually it's going to get linked to him. Like, they're going to be like, oh yeah, every person we've ever investigated dies.
Yeah, so I think when Joey finds out what's going on, I think he's going to kind of get himself into some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, what else happened in this episode?
Then again, he could very easily Oh my God, he could use that to become sergeant,
That's true.
bringing down Dexter. No, but I have a feeling that if he found out officially, he wouldn't even pursue it.
Well, what about the captain? What's his name? Captain Harris?
Yeah, because he loves Deb, so he wouldn't pursue it.
That's true. Captain Harris is a fucking twat.
He is.
He's just trying to keep Quinn from being sergeant, and he's also
He wants equal opportunity, like to look like he's sympathetic to women and black people. So that's the only reason he wants Miller. Like basically, is what he said.
yeah, to kind of appease those action now people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just appeasing. Like he told Dexter all that shit. Like if he didn't say anything to Dexter, LaGuardia would still be alive. You know what I mean? Kind of that kind of shit. Like, for him to tell. But I think that's because him being friends with Harry. It seems like him and Harry were the only like people he could be friends with. He hasn't been a friend to anybody else in the show.
Yeah.
And I only like him because he was from Unhappily Ever
You
After.
got a friend in me. He sang that to Harry.
Who the fuck was that? Danzig?
That's
Anyway.
no, that's Randy Newman or something.
He sounds like Danzig. He's like, you got fruit. Well, I can't do his voice either. In Family Guy, they did a funny version of it. But
Yeah.
Deb's interaction with Dexter in this episode pretty good. I thought. You know, they were pretty chummy.
Are they like hinting that Deb is still in love with Dexter? Because they showed a little picture of them
No.
together really quick.
I think they're out of it. I think they're just trying to get the wheels back in motion of their relationship. It's got to
Right.
be fucking strange that your sister wants to bang you, even though she's adopted.
Yeah, and also that you know your brother is like a fucking soulless serial killer.
Yeah, well, you know, there's no reality on this show anyway. But Zach is hunting down this one girl. He's obviously going to try to kill her. Well, what are your predictions for the next episode? Because we've been wrong for everything
Well,
else.
fucking. Well,
Now that I know who the
exactly.
killer, now that I know who the brain killer is, because I ruined it. What else is gonna go on? You think?
Well, I think that Hannah's back, but then from the previews, it was like showing that she didn't kill.
She got married to a guy within 6 months of her leaving the jail.
No, I mean when she first came back at the end of the episode, I'm
Right.
thinking, oh my god, she's gonna like tie them up or something. But then it shows in the next episode like they're talking with her like normal and stuff. So it's like, what was the point?
It seems like they're just gonna
She made a
set.
dramatic entrance
It seems
instead of
like
like
they're
riding
just-
in on a motorcycle. She poisoned them.
It seems like they're setting her up just to get killed. I think, but like the show, I think he's gonna probably let her go and let her kill that guy and get away.
I think
with
he's
it.
gonna end up back with her because from the previews, it kind of seemed that way based on what Deb was saying.
I think Hannah should have been a character that's been around since the last 3-4 seasons ago. You know what I mean? But,
I like her, and she's hot.
Yeah, she's definitely very cute. She's
Dexter
Australian.
gets hot chicks. Maybe Miami's full of hot chicks.
She's Australian in real life. She's pretty hot. She was on some show I never saw called Chuck. So.
I've seen 1 or 2 episodes. It's about the spy, right?
Yeah, I had no idea she was on the show, and of course they wouldn't show her naked on Dexter. Of course not. But ultimately, what do you think Dexter's gonna do?
What in the next?
I was wrong
episode?
because I thought Hannah was gonna kill his new girlfriend, but
I
it
think
looks
that-
like from the trailer Zach's
I'm
gonna
predicting based on what I have to go with that him and Hannah are gonna work it out and date again.
do it. It sort of looks like they're setting him up to put her on the kill table, but I think he's way too much into her still to even think of that. So I mean, I've been wrong. We've been wrong about 80% of the time on the show. So I'm still,
Also, Quinn's gonna find out that Dexter made up a lie and said to send him home. Remember, she called Jamie and was like, "Oh, Quinn
no,
thinks
but he didn't really necessarily lie though.
he did."
No, because what he said was true. He said that Quinn was bitching
Quinn
about
never
her
said
breaking
he
up
thought
with him.
that she was gonna break up with him.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He did that early in the episode.
Oh, okay.
He said, he's like, oh, she's going to fucking break up with me. That's what he said. So that's why I don't necessarily consider it a lie. He's probably just looking out for him. That's all.
Right.
But I'm sure he
okay.
will find it strange that, coincidental. And that, imagine Zach's head was in Dexter's crotch when.
Well, because then if he
Quinn
killed
saw-
Zach after that, then it's like really.
Right, yeah, it's real obvious. So.
I'm glad he didn't.
But then nobody ever finds Zach, so. That's how. But then again, that's what happened with the guy he had to tail on Dexter before. But they found his body.
Right.
I don't know. It's very weird.
Dexter should start eating the bodies because then they really wouldn't get found.
He's just walking around with a big penis in his mouth.
He goes scuba diving, gets all the bodies, and eats them all.
It's all like algae filled and shit. There's a blowfish stuck in the road.
Well, algae's supposedly really good for you. It's got health properties.
Oh my god. Anyway, what's your rating on this episode?
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. telling your daughter who found you after like 20 years that you think she's a money-grubbing asshole and that you don't trust her and investigate her like she's a criminal.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. About to read a story time book about a monkey and then admonishing your child for lying to you about breaking a fucking remote control. I wish he yelled at him though every episode. Remember when he broke that fucking thing that you think is gonna get him in trouble with Angel?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He's
Harrison!
like, Harrison!
He should do it. They should just use that same audio though before he says any line.
Right.
Like it's that same clip even though it's out of context. He's like, Harrison! Why'd you lie to me about the remote control? I thought it was a blaster. No, this is pod racing. All right, so with that, Danny, what's the final word?
Ba-ba-boo-bop-ba-dee-bop-boo.
Is that Nickelodeon?
I don't know.
The word